everyone, my name is Vina, aka Miss WC Reader, and welcome back to my channel. SUMMERWEEN has really taken off as a trend the past couple of years. So it started as this thing that was like on Gravity Falls, and it's just spread to this cultural phenomenon with people doing everything from SUMMERWEEN themed makeup looks to people doing these SUMMERWEEN TBRs and readathons. So I thought it would be fun to do a SUMMERWEEN TBR. These are the books that are like the kind of paranormal, spooky, thriller type of books that I'll be reading during the summer. Who's All Going to Die by Lisa Springer. Ariana is ready to get away from the chill of a New York winter, from the anxiety around her volleyball injury and what that means for her future. Thanks to her new friend Oakley, she can do just that. Oakley has afforded Rihanna an all-expenses-paid trip to her parents' wellness retreat on an island off Barbados. The dream resort is the perfect escape. At least it was before lifestyle guru Juniper Moon began introducing suspect activities like psychedelic mushroom tea ceremonies and bee venom facials. And as disturbing accidents start happening around the island and tension between the guests and staff builds, Ariana realizes she and her friends might not be in paradise after all. Now it's no longer a question of when, but if they can make it home alive. So this book doesn't seem too long. I'm trying to get into more YA thriller. I feel like thriller in general can be kind of hit and miss with me, but I want to diversify my reading palette, and what better way to do that than by reading some of these books by Black authors. The Vanished Strike by A.J. Locke. This is book 4 in the Kitane Naris series. After surviving the wrath of an enraged god and with the downfall of the corrupt High Coven looming, Kitane Naris wants to shift her focus to an important task, bringing Remy back to life. But that's easier said than done when the complexities of the spell include a sacrifice no one might be able to make. But Kit is determined to see the plan through. And then an affliction of ghost magic starts to decay the entire world, and Kit is summoned by the god of the afterlife to curb the outbreak with one of her vanish abilities. In addition to problems in the afterlife, Kit contends with the destabilized High Coven, which will leave witches vulnerable during an upcoming eclipse that will bring a surge of volatile magic. Eyes turn to Kit for leadership, and as she grapples with stepping into more power so she can help guide witches safely through the eclipse, she also deals with death threats from an adversary with a very personal axe to grind. With a burning desire for her life to stop being endangered, Kit's only hope might be a mysterious power that was planted within her, and the afterlife might be the place where she can finally unravel that mystery. With her allies there to support her, Kit is ready to bring life to the ghost who's ready to give her his heart, and consequences to her enemies that will make them wish they could just disappear. So this is The Vanished Strike. Again, it is a book 4. Night of Madness by Ryan Douglas. Mara knows how fear works. The daughter of a horror movie fanatic, she spent her life watching characters survive blood-soaked nightmares. But watching terror and living it are two different things. When washed-up horror movie director Jack Stanley announces a televised competition inside an abandoned asylum, it's clear he intends to make a comeback. Mara doesn't expect to be chosen. She isn't famous. She just needs the money and maybe proof she's meant for more than the dull job slowly grinding her down. 5 influencers enter the asylum. By morning, one of them will win $100,000. Each contestant is given a panic button. Press it and you're out. Mara tells herself she'll never touch it. But once the door closes, she quickly realizes the scares aren't staged, and the man running the show seems far more interested in toying with her than entertaining the millions tuning in to see blood. As the night wears on, Mara and the others are forced to confront what they're willing to sacrifice to survive. Inside Jack's game, the asylum doesn't care who deserves to live, only who refuses to quit. This is such an interesting premise because I love how they're combining all these different trendy things. We've seen some these horror themed game shows here and there, and influencers are such a big part of our culture now. It'll be cool to see what Ryan has crafted. What Lies Beneath the Flowers by Natasha Diaz. It girl Estella Albertine is everything Pippa and Biddy are not. Wealthy, popular, influential, missing. Finding her and collecting the reward money Estella's reclusive mother is offering could change their lives. They could pay the overdue bills on Pippa's family's deli, and the media attention would only help Biddy's chances of becoming San Francisco's youngest elected official. But to uncover what happened to Estella, they'll have to infiltrate the prestigious Beaumont Academy, where her classmates and teachers all seem to have skeletons in their closets and enough money to hide them. The deeper Pippa and Biddy dig, the more questions pop up about Estella's disappearance. Worse still, someone seems to be keeping tabs on them, and the girls' friendship fractures. They begin to see that maybe the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So I read Natasha Diaz's debut, Color Me In, I think that was in 2019 it came out. I really enjoyed it. I really had a good time. It was very reminiscent of another story I had read during my teen years. And this is such a change in direction, so I'm curious to see what she does with this. Coded Justice by Stacey Abram. Former Supreme Court clerk Avery Keene is back, trying to put the past behind her at a prestigious high-end law firm in Washington, D.C. Head down and focused on a new life, Avery is now working as an internal investigator when a high-profile client seeks her out. Kamaska Enterprises has a big problem and a short runway. The tech company has developed a new integrated AI system poised to revolutionize the medical industry. To prove its potential, Kamaska's charismatic founder, retired Major Rafe Diaz, has picked a complicated target, delivering cutting-edge healthcare to his fellow veterans. The potential is staggering, but their prototype has been plagued by a series of disturbing anomalies, culminating in the mysterious death of a beloved Kamaska engineer. Avery and her colleagues Jared, Ling, and Noah are brought into the secretive company to investigate from the inside out. At the epicenter of a burgeoning, controversial industry, and with billions of dollars on the line, their task is simple: to determine whether Kamaska's technical troubles and rising body count reveal something sinister at work. So this is the third book in the Avery Keene series. I really enjoyed book 1. I was okay on book 2, but I am excited for book 3. The Princess and the P.I. by Nikki Payne. Fiona Ade is ready to set her plan in motion. To honor the anniversary of her brother's death, she's going to steal back his brilliant invention from the ruthless corporation that stole it and claimed it as their own. As a famed Reddit detective known as Princess_PI, Fiona has used her sleuthing skills to time every step down to the minute. But with one disastrous misstep, instead of getting justice, Fiona finds herself accused of murder. Maurice Bennett is no stranger to insomnia. These days, he's not losing sleep over the cases he's solving. He's running from the one he couldn't. He's been settling for small-time scandals that don't stir up the guilt he's buried. But when he spots Fiona at the center of a murder investigation, something clicks, and for the first time in a long while, Maurice feels that old spark of intrigue. However, Fiona is not the helpless damsel she appears to be. Sure, she needs Maurice's help to clear her name, but she's got an ask of her own. She wants a crash course in real-world detective work. Maurice isn't exactly thrilled. With every late-night stakeout and tension-filled interrogation, their partnership, rife with intense and unexpected chemistry, unravels a complex web of corporate crime and familial secrets. To bring the real killer to light, they'll need to trust each other, and that might be the most dangerous gamble of all. So I will be switching things up and reading a romantic suspense because I used to really love romantic suspense. I just haven't read much of it recently. I'll Make a Spectacle of You by Beatrice Winifred Eicher. Zora Robinson is an ambitious grad student in her dream program, Appalachian Studies, at Brixbury Mountain College. When her thesis advisor hands her a strange diary and suggests she research the local folklore about a beast roaming the woods surrounding campus, Zora finds a community uneager to talk to an outsider. As she delves deeper into the history of the beast, she uncovers a rumored secret society called the Keepers that has tenuous ties to the beast and to Brixbury itself. Zora soon finds herself plagued by visions of the past, and her grip on reality starts to slip as she struggles to uncover what is real and what is folklore. But when a student goes missing, Zora starts to wonder if the Keepers ever really disband. There's something in the woods, and it has its eyes on Zora. So I had gotten this one last year, and I ended up not getting to it. I have heard mixed things about it, but I still want to read and see for myself. Ruin Road by Lamar Giles. Cade Webster lives between worlds. He's a standout football star at the right school, but lives in the wrong neighborhood, if he let his classmates tell it. Everywhere but home, people are afraid of him for one reason or another. Afraid he's too big, too fast, too ambitious, too black. Then, one fateful night, to avoid a dangerous encounter with the police, he ducks into a pawn shop. An impulse purchase and misspoken desire change everything when Cade tells the shopkeeper he wishes people would stop acting so scared around him. And the wish is granted. At first it feels like things have taken a turn for the better. But it's not just Cade that people no longer fear, it's everything. With Cade spreading this newfound courage wherever he goes, anything can happen. Fearless acts of violence began to escalate in both his neighborhood and at school. With the right moves and brave friends, Cade might have one, and only one, chance to save all he loves. But at what cost? After all, the devil's in the details. I've heard good things about this one. I don't think I've read Lamar Giles yet, so this will be my first one. Those are the books on my SUMMERWEEN TBR. I'll probably be kind of reading some other ones here and there. It always depends on if my library books come in. Let me know which one you think I should start first, or let me know if you've read any of them and if you've enjoyed any of them. If you liked this video, make sure and hit that like button. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!